2.5 days. Very simple.
That's all it took for crews to install 20 solar panels on the roof of Bill Thornis's house in Finney Ridge in February. It cost him $28,000 for the solar panels, which is an investment Bill says is well worth it when you consider what he'll save on his energy bills.
In here, the shaded green is where I was actually sending energy back to the grid.
Bill is able to track his energy usage online in real time. He's paid for all the energy he generates with his solar panels, and what he doesn't use goes back to the grid. Bill's goal is to ultimately be net zero for his electric energy usage. But he says it's not just about the bottom line. Instead, it's even more about what it means to the environment.
You hear so much about global warming problems, climate change, things that are happening on a global level that we really can't do that much about. What can we do something about? We can reduce our own energy usage so that more of our hydropower that we make here can go and replace dirty coal power in California if necessary.
Bill is a volunteer outreach coordinator for Solarize Seattle Northwest, the latest campaign by Northwest Seed. The nonprofit group helps homeowners learn about going solar and helps them buy the panels at a discounted group rate.
You go to a free workshop and you learn about solar in a non-sales environment with your neighbors. The solar contractors are there and you get to meet them, and they're chosen by the neighborhood groups so that the same contractor works on all of the homes in the neighborhood.
Solarize Seattle has held campaigns in 4 other Seattle neighborhoods, including Queen Anne and Magnolia, as well as 2 in Snohomish County. But this new Northwest Seattle campaign is the first time Seattle City Light has partnered with them, bringing the total number of partners on this campaign to 10.
We've had a fantastic response thus far to our most recent campaign in Northwest Seattle. Over 400 people have registered to tell us that they're interested. Each workshop has seen more than 100 people show up to learn about solar, and we're already at more than 20 people who have signed contracts to install solar.
If we're looking to the future and we're looking for ways to move away from fossil fuels, solar is going to be a big player. And as long as customers have the opportunity to install systems on their own buildings, their own homes, we want to help encourage that.
Jack Brodigan with Seattle City Light says solar makes sense now more than ever, with costs coming down and improved technology that works even in our gray weather.
It's a cloudy day today, but there's some solar radiation. It doesn't have to be direct sun to make solar work, and of course the winters are not as good as the summers, but we have long summers, and people are finding that out, that it does make sense in Seattle.
Talon Swanson is another homeowner who recently put solar panels on his home thanks to the Solarize Seattle Northwest campaign. Not only is the sun helping to power his home, but also his car.
A couple years ago now, we got ourselves an electric car, and that kind of got us interested in, what else can we do different around the house, and started looking at ways we could conserve energy around the house first off, and then that kind of grew into an interest in getting the solar panels on the house as well.
Solarize Seattle says it cost about $20,000 to $30,000 for homeowners to have solar panels installed on their home, but there are several incentives that bring the cost down even more. If the system was made in Washington, it'll take about 8 to 10 years to recover the full cost of the investment. But most Solarize Seattle participants recoup half the cost after just the first year. And for those who've done it, they say it's worth every penny.
And it's just great fun to look at the meter every day, and I have a new relationship with the sun. And not that us Seattleites don't all cheer for the sunny day, but yeah, we're at a whole different level now.
If your house is not surrounded by trees, and you have a fairly good roof that could support a system, you really should consider it, because there's never been a better time to put solar up on your house because of the costs, because of the efficiencies, and because of the realization that it really does work here.
Watch CityStream Thursday nights at 7 on the Seattle Channel, or get video on demand and podcasts anytime at seattlechannel.org.